Today we have with us ITLF, which is the Indigenous Tribal Leaders Forum, leader and spokesperson with us, Mr. Ginza. And we will be speaking to him about the situation in Churachandpur and if the supplies are reaching here in time or not from the state. And what is the sense that among the people, how challenging it is now becoming for the Kukis and Meiteis to coexist in the area. Welcome to ThePrint, sir.
Thank you.
Just wanted to ask you about the current situation in Churachandpur, because from what we understand, we are coming right now from the Imphal Valley, and there's a clear division between the two communities that we see. In Imphal Valley, the Meiteis are concentrated who fled from here, while in the hill areas, like right now we are sitting in Churachandpur district, which comes under the hills, most of the Kukis are on this side, and in between are the forces. So how do you see this problem panning out in the next few months, and what are the challenges that the people are facing here?
Right now, there has been continuous attack from the Meiteis side to our boundary villages. So basically, the Kukis community, we call us a Kukis communities, are doing defense. We're defending our villages in the boundary area of the Imphal valleys. So far, we do not go ahead and attack any Meitei villages. So as long as the Meitei do not attack us, there is no violence. But whenever they attack us, we have no other option but to retaliate and defend ourselves. So that is the condition right now. But for the past 1 or 2 days, I do not hear any violence. So it is good. And as far as the relief are concerned, we do not receive supplies from the state government as of now. So we are getting help from other non-government organization or from civil society from Mizoram and from other sympathizer from other states.
So what is the reason of Churachandpur not getting relief material from the state, including ration and the essential supplies of medicines, etc.? What are the reasons and why is it not reaching here?
I don't know why it has not reached us, and we also do not ask from the state government. We only demand from the central government for relief. The communication between the Imphal and the Lamka district. Lamka district is what we call ourselves, I mean the district, not Churachandpur anymore.
But why is that?
Because Churachandpur is the name of a Meitei king.
Okay.
So since we are fighting with the Meitei and Churachan, the king Churachan has nothing to do with this place. The local name is Lamka, and the local prefer to call the place Lamka.
Okay.
So going back to the question, so I think the supplies are not coming from the capital of Manipur, because there are blockades on the way, and I don't know, maybe they don't want to give us supplies. I don't know. That you will have to talk with the government of Manipur.
Okay. So how are the people managing in this area? From what when I spoke to locals, they told me that the prices of essentials have skyrocketed. And since the material is very less in number, the supply is almost broken, the supply chain. So which is why even basic of things are very expensive in this area.
Right, it's a little expensive than what it was before. However, we are still managing, like I said, from the help from other sources. So right now, we are not, I won't say we are in a very difficult situation. We are in the difficult side of it, but still we are able to manage. But some 2-3 months down the line, I don't know whether we'll be able to sustain it.
So where all is the help coming from? Are the forces also helping the Kuki community here with some supplies, or is it only interpersonal relationships like businessmen who may be friends with businessmen across the border from Mizoram, or the Mizoram government is sending help?
We have sympathizers from various parts of the world, even in various states. So they all contribute to our cause. So we're getting help here and there. So with those helps, we are managing the situation at the moment.
Okay. How many displaced people are there in Churachandpur as on today, and where have they come from, and how is the situation on the fringes? Because that is where the hotspots really lie. Right now, when we spoke to the police and the forces, they also told us that the fringe areas are the ones that are very volatile even today, because the Meiteis and the Kuki population just live, they used to coexist there earlier, and the distance between the two is not much, and that's where the buffer zones have been created. So what is the situation right now here? How many displaced people, and the situation on the fringes?
So in the district, in the Lamka district, we have 102 relief camps, which houses about 10,000 displaced persons.
Okay.
But outside, in total, including those relief camps and outside the states, the total came is around 204, and the total displaced is around 40,000 and some hundreds.
Okay. If you could briefly tell us about the demands of the Kukis. What is the demand? What do they need from the government? And what is the solution of this problem going ahead? Because this clash, this violence has actually taken the state behind by many years.
Right. Before this crisis actually started, we have our SOO groups who sign agreement with the central government.
That is the Sioux camps.
Yeah. So they have political demands of separate administration from long time. So in line with their demand, we are now demanding a total separation from Manipur. Why? Because all the tribal people have been chased out from the Imphal Valley. Right now, you will not see any tribal living in Imphal anymore. Their houses are burned, properties are destroyed, churches are burned, and so many lives. I think more than, right now the total death toll is as high as 112 for the Kukis communities. So out of which I think 60% of the people are from the Imphal Valley. So I don't think our people will be able to go back to Imphal to live there. Also, they do not have any more houses. So the idea of living together, going back to Imphal Valley is not there anymore. And we don't see any reason why we should live together anymore. That's why the demand, total separation from Manipur. That's a political demand, and we have made known this demand to the Union Home Minister when he came here also. We told him that this is our demand, and this demand is also in line with our 10 MLAs. They have also demand this total separation from Manipur from the Union Home Minister also. So the Sioux group, the MLAs and the civil society are demanding one political demand, which is total separation from Manipur.
Okay, so that is the main political demand
Right.
that the Kukis have.
Yeah.
What about the allegations that the Meiteis leaders have been making against the Kukis? Some of them I'll just list out. One is encroachment of forest land. Second, they say that the drug nexus, that there is a lot of opium cultivation. Third is bringing of illegal immigrants from Myanmar. So their allegations being that a lot of illegal immigrants are being housed by the Kukis in the hill districts, and they are eating into our resources. So
Right.
that is what the allegations are, basic three allegations that I said. What would be your response to that?
Right. The first one is encroaching the forest, right? From time immemorial, the tribals are living in the forest area or the hill areas from long time ago, even before India get independence or before Manipur state was created. So how can we be an encroacher of our own land is my question. Because we've been living there, we got our livelihood from the forest, we are forest dwellers, we cultivate, we eat, we earn our livelihood out of the forest. How can the Manipur government say that we are encroacher of our own land, which is ridiculous? And the owner of the forest or the hill area is the chief. The chief is the sole owner of the land, and it's not the state government.
This is the village chief.
Yeah, village chief. So the state government has no control over the forest land. That's why this allegation comes because the Meitei community who lives in Imphal Valley started to get awareness about the fact that their lands are very small and they wanted to expand. So in the process of getting expansion of their land, they come up with this various policies to grab the lands of the tribal people. That's why the forest policies are totally, the tribal people are totally against these forest policies. And there is one reason of this, ethnic classes.
What about the drug nexus and the influx of illegal immigrants? That is another allegation which is often spoken about by Meitei leaders.
Right. They call us many names. They call us illegal immigrants, poppy cultivators, and whatnot. So I don't know why they call us. They should come up with proper data to, support their whatever statement they made. When it comes to poppy cultivation, only yes, I admit some Kuki villagers are involved in the cultivation. Not all of us are participating in this cultivation. Only a few farmers who earn their livelihood as a daily wages took part in this cultivation, whereas the main player or the drug cartel or the drug player from the Imphal Valley and one of the Meitei IPS named Brinda, she had a case against the state government for their involvement in this drug business. So there are many instances of Meitei drug lords who are caught in New Delhi, and they were in the newspaper also. So, like I said, the main player or the big player for this drug business are of the Meitei community, and the people who does the hard work, the cultivators are, of course, the tribals. So they cannot call us, every one of us, as a poppy cultivator.
One thing we were also hearing was that armed groups supporting locals in this clash, and that is why so many casualties on both sides. On one side, where the Meiteis are, we have been hearing names of two groups. One is Meitei Lepun, another is Anambai Tangol. Here, on the Kuki side, the allegations from the Meiteis are that the Sioux groups are coming out of their camps and helping train people and arming them, and a lot of weapons are also coming from the Myanmar side. And that is why this clash is becoming so violent and bloody. Your response to that?
I think these are just allegations without any confirmation, because like I said, the SOO groups are in their designated camps, and they are under the agreement, so they cannot just come out and join the fight. So if they do so, they will be breaking the Sioux ground rules. What actually happened is, since most of our villages are burned, I think a total of 180 villages, Kukis or villages are burned. So obviously every villager or Kuki Zou tribe would do what they could to defend the remaining villages. So we form a village volunteers. We train ourselves to defend ourselves. That's why the volunteers are defending the boundaries. So on the other hand, you must be aware that 4,000 arms were looted from the state armory, and out of which only 1,000 are returned. So the remaining 3,000 are still at large, and they are used to attack the Kuki villages. So my question is, who is the real terrorist? Isn't those 3,000 arms that were used to terrorize the Kuki village are more terrorists than the village defender or volunteer? So it's very dangerous. We don't know when the next attack will come. So they're using this 3,000 arms to attack us, and if these 3,000 arms are not being taken back or submitted, the life of Kuki Zhou villager will be at risk at all times.
What is the grouse of the Kuki community, the tribals, from the state administration as far as the Biren Singh government is concerned? Because what I could gather from the ground is that most people are supportive of the center. They say that we will speak directly with the center, but they are completely against the Biren Singh government. So what is this, since they, both of them, I mean, it's the same government, it's the BJP government in the state and both in the center. So what is this dynamics?
Right. From the beginning, before this violence erupted, Biren Singh, the Chief Minister of Manipur, display hate words in social media and in wherever he makes speeches. He is the one who started using these terms like poppy cultivators, illegal immigrants. He is the one. So he incites enmity between the Meiteis and the Kuki groups. And there are many evidence of the fact that Biren Singh as well as the Sana Jauba, the MP, are involved with this Arambai Tengol and Meitei Lipun. They had many meetings in their office. So there are evidence of that. So until now, Biren Singh has not spoken about his concern about the violence in Manipur. He only empathized the Meitei community and never empathized the Kukis or communities. Recently also he went to visit one location in Sagang where the Meitei village defender, three Meitei village defender were killed. He went to the spot. Nearby there was a Kuki village called Langza, where, you must be aware, David Mar was beheaded. His head was chopped off. So he was in the same area, but his only concern was with the three Meiteis that were killed, and he has no concern about the boy, David Mar, whose head had been chopped off. He did not make any comment. This shows that he does not empathize or sympathize the Kukizo side. So he is very communal. That's why the entire Kukizo community have no faith in Biren Singh and his state administration. That's why we do not want to hold any kind of dialogue with him. Only if at all there is a requirement for talks, we will talk to the central government only.
What are the assurances that the central government has given the Kuki population? What is the sort of understanding that you have reached with the center? And going ahead, what are the challenges that you see in the state of Manipur?
As far as the violence is concerned, as long as the Meitei community do not attack us, there will be no violence. Only when we were attacked, we will defend ourselves and retaliate. And that's when the casualty are high. So in the past 2 days, there was no attack from the Meitei side, so there's no violence. As far as the central government is concerned, we spoke to many dignitaries who came here. We spoke with many army chiefs, army officers, as well as the Ministry of Home Affairs, and also the Union Home Minister. And we have made known our political demand, which is the total separation from Manipur. And they said they will consider it, and they request us to remain peaceful. The last time Amit Shah came, he told us to be peaceful for 15 days. From the Kuki community side, we tried to maintain peace for 15 days, but this peace was broken by the Meitei community when they attacked us. So now also our leaders are in Delhi and they are meeting with the government. So what I heard is the government still offered them to maintain peace from our end. So I guess we will try to be peaceful as far as possible. And once what the government says, once this peace is maintained, they will start this political talks.
Okay, but when you say separate administration, what are you really saying? Does this mean a separate state for Kukis, or what all does it entail?
Right. Separate state, it could mean so many things. For example, sixth schedule or autonomous district council as well. But as we don't want anything to do with the Meiteis government anymore, we want total separation from them. So by separate administration, it would come to either a state or a union territory.
Which is directly under the central control. What about president rule? While the Kukis have been asking for president's rule, Meiteis are completely against it. What is your suggestion?
Right. Every time we met with any central government official, president rule is one of our demand, because the law and order completely collapsed in Manipur as you see it. Because almost every day there are killings, violence, arsons, and looting. So there's no law and order at all. I don't know why the central government is still insisting on Biren Singh to be the chief minister. They should have changed him or announced the president rule in Manipur. The only thing I can think of is even if they change Biren Singh, there will be no one, even if there's another Meiteis CM, the policy, I don't think the next person also will not be able to handle the situation, right? That's why the best thing for peace to be in Manipur is for a president rule. I don't know why the central government don't want to do that.
Okay, right. Thank you so much for speaking to us, sir. Thank you so much for watching.